Good.
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Stephanie Smith, board member.
Jimmy Bailey, board member.
Michael Smith, board member. Chris Nesmith, superintendent.
Carla Day, student representative.
Mark Clark, staff. Jeff Monroe, staff.
Eric Smith, staff.
Jody Thompson, community member.
Lisa Arnold, staff.
I need a motion for Ryan and
I'll move to excuse board members Costelli and Powers from tonight's meeting.
Second.
been a motion made and seconded to excuse board members Bowers and Christelli. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval for board meeting minutes for the budget hearing, July 26, 2023, and the regular meeting, July 26, 2023.
I move to approve the board meeting minutes for budget hearing July 26, 2023, and regular meeting July 26, 2020.
Second.
Been a motion made and seconded for the approval of board meeting minutes for the budget hearing and regular meeting, July 26, 2023. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda.
I'll move for the approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
A motion made and seconded for the consent agenda. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discussion items.
We are looking for guidance as we start building kind of some of the board work plans. I think we'll be targeting for some of your board priorities. We included in the board agenda kind of a list of ideas to kind of think about. Recommendation for our policy study, I'd recommend the 5,000 series in personnel. Again, one of the big things would be Title IX compliance. This has actually been an issue in past within our district on kind of alliance on our Title IX, and I think a good Title IX compliance study. Growing financial concerns at almost our district, just like every school district across Washington State, is facing an ESSER cliff, and how would we manage those? How would we manage the that ESSER cliff and those financial impacts? And some of the data indicators that we presented at the end of the June meeting, and things that were a special concern to the board, that the board would like us to target it, kind of work on. Now, this is not these are just for ideas. I would not recommend doing all of the board policy studies. I recommend focusing on one. And again, same thing that we've always done, really keeping our board goals, your board goals, within anything that you would like to see the district improve to about 4 to 5. Generally adopt in October. So if there's anything that strikes you, if you'd like an opportunity to go through the data in a future board meeting to kind of see if you can go back through and just kind of review and see if there's anything that really stands out.
The acceptance of donations, does that go under the Title IX?
Acceptance of donations would go under Title IX.
And these would be the items that we would look at board policy and procedure review, right?
No. The board policy and procedure, these would be your board goals. All last 2 years, what we've done is we have discussion items where we've been showing you how we've improved. This year, we would actually build a work study plan. We're going to discuss about the work study meetings, kind of 2 topics from now, where we would actually break down what we're doing currently, what the board policy would look like, what the review should look like, how should we improve. If it's a data indicator, I think one of the data indicators we showed you is 30% of Elma graduates are applying for a FAFSA to have financial, that was a number that stood out to you and said, 30% of our students, 70% of our students are not applying for financial assistance. That would be a concern of ours. So we would like to see what can happen with that, and if we would actually have a work study session. So you're really not limited. As a board, you're Your job is to kind of work for your constituents and your communities and say, these are the areas that we feel like we really should have you focusing as a district to make our district better. We do have our standing strategic plan areas, but I guess I would say as the ear of your community districts. Again, yeah, we don't need an answer tonight. I think I just wanted to put a bug in your ear. So from here, I think it's also a benefit to really kind of go out to your community members, talk about things that would make the district better. And in October, that would also be something that as a student board rep, the student board reps have the ability to bring ideas forward and say, these are things that we can look at as far as making our school district better.
So you're not looking for us to make a decision on this tonight?
No, that'd
Okay.
be way too, yeah, we don't vote on discussion items and it's not down there. No, This is not a like a surprise topic. This is a ongoing conversation until we get this list nailed down by October.
Gotcha.
So we got some time.
Yeah, you've got some, this is future Michael's problem, not present Michael's problem.
Kind of figured that's what that was, but I was taking notes. It's good stuff.
So then on board policy 2230 and 2320,
These are kind of discussion for review. I recommend tabling discussion items B and C until we have all of our board members present.
I would agree with that. We don't need a motion.
We don't need a motion.
No.
to
Yeah,
table it.
They're discussion items.
Okay.
We're not voting, so you're not tabling a vote. We're
Okay,
just
cool.
not,
We're not going to present them.
we're just not
Yeah.
presenting them.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
And then the work study meeting, there really is no action to be taken. We have the work study session already in place. It's already within our board procedure. We can just schedule, I think we just need direction because it's all within the procedure and the procedure doesn't even dictate what day. So it was the objective of the board to ensure that we have one board meeting a month devoted to a work study session. So we can kind of go through the processes and more of an in-tune study on what's actually going on and really spend some time having some kind of in-depth conversation where we're not making business decisions. We will do have a consent agenda, but we're not making the kind of like the longer business decisions. So we're kind of working through some of the board goals. And really we can start that in September if you'd like, and we could even make that first board meeting in September a work study session on breaking down what you would like your work study sessions to be about.
It's probably a good idea. 'cause
Yeah. so
I was just getting ready to ask what kind of direction are you looking for?
That sounds like a good one. Let's go with that one.
Now, that's something good one, like the first work session could be on identifying our work session topics.
Perfect.
I like that.
I think we all have a good idea of what we want. It's just that getting into that first work session and working through it. So that'd be a good idea.
Perfect.
All right. Moving on to communications and comments. Anyone from ETO, EESP, ECOPA, admin? Persons to be heard, public comment? Unfinished business. Revision of September 2023 board dates.
We were one day off on the actual official dates. We need to shift it to the second and fourth, not the first and third. We're just seeking a adoption of that change.
Okay, do I need a motion?
I'll move to revise the September 2023 board dates.
I'll second that.
Been a motion made and seconded for the revision of September 2023 board dates. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, approval for girls basketball to attend St. Martin's camp overnight.
I think I need to do a little explanation on that. Because it's so late in the game. Coach Henry had a basketball camp set up for mid-July. That fell through. Once she found an alternative, I initiated the overnight application. For some reason that I'm not sure of, it was put off and not on the agenda or till now. But what she wants is the reason we're staying overnight at a Lacey camp is because she wants a team building, team bonding time. And that's initially what you wanted in July. Just so you guys know, this is non-contact time, so Elma's coach's role is to take the girls there and watch. And then, of course, they'll have, team building activities at night on their own. So St. Martin's mans the whole, they do all the coaching and everything.
I guess my only question, there's a transportation cost. Is that,
All bore by the booster club.
okay, that was my question, because it's submitted as on the high school girls basketball boosters.
Yeah.
Okay,
Transportation, lodging, food, all on boosters,
so there is no expense to the school.
and registration on boosters as well.
I'll move for the approval of girls basketball to attend St. Martin's camp overnight.
Second.
Got a motion made and seconded for the approval for girls basketball to attend St. Martin's camp overnight. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of Elma football boosters fundraiser.
You guys want me to talk about it? It's pretty similar to what we've done in the past, because they're doing the youth football camp next week. Our players participate in it, the football players, but as far as insurance goes, it's all the little kids are signed up through the Elma Youth Football. So they're covered that way. We'll do the booth again that sells apparel, and I believe 50-50 raffle. We're in for 2 games. And what else we have on the list?
Gold cards.
Gold cards. Yes, those will kick off next week also. So nothing new, kind of just standard.
I'll move for the approval of the Elma football boosters fundraiser.
Second.
Got a motion made and seconded for the approval of Elma football boosters fundraiser. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval to attend 2023 launch summit.
This is an extension of the New Orleans trip that we took. Our district was selected with Tacoma School District and the Richland School District as part of a nationwide effort to reinvent, redesign with the United States Department of Ed education outcome goals. United States actually rates pretty low in post-secondary preparedness transition. This is actually paid for by a $10,000 grant through Career Connect Washington and Washington STEM, paid directly to the school district to cover all the expenses for this travel. And it's represented with a CT director, superintendent, and warden board member, which would be Director Bowers. This one is into Indianapolis.
That's great. I'll move for the approval to attend the 2023 launch summit.
Second that.
Got a motion made and seconded for the approval to attend 2023 launch summit. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval to attend the Redefining Ready Summit.
This is the summit held in Mansfield, Texas. This is the national AASA group that we lead in conjunction with the superintendent of Mansfield School District on leading superintendents across the United States on preparing to be career and college ready and setting students up for kind of successful life beyond high school. We have an agenda attached. And we're seeking approval as we kind of engage in our district-wide, I guess, but as a PLC network on improving our post-secondary outcomes. We're seeking for our ASA involvement because this currently is not while the launch work is done through Career Connect Washington STEM, it's also not an available network supported in Washington State, which is why our district was selected to be a part of the statewide leadership team, because Washington State has not made, as far as superintendent and school districts have made it a priority to improve post-secondary education at the same level we have.
And this one's paid for by the district.
This one is paid for by the district, and then we get paid by ASA for leading it.
Okay.
So it doesn't come in as a 1-for-1. What it does is we get paid to lead this organization, and then we pay to go to this organization. So they come in as separately identified.
the side note on the comment on both of these, it makes it difficult because to know where the funding's coming from and going from, because the code, I don't know what the codes mean, I guess. So I guess the only way to get that information is when you present it. But it would be nice if there was something on the form that said, to some extent, you know, like this is funded by. So I don't know, I'm just
No,
speaking
I
out
would
loud.
disagree with you.
So with that, I move to approve to attend the Redefined Ready Summit.
I'll second that.
Been a motion made and seconded for the approval to attend the Redefining Ready Summit. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Reports, superintendent report.
Today was day one of our admin retreat. And
You're here.
spent a lot of time in this room today. And I actually feel like it was pretty successful. I'll put Eric on the spot. Eric, can you find value in our admin retreat today?
Through a variety of topics and got our marching orders for the where we're heading with the people in the groups to direction or the goals for the groups.
So the big today was our administrators began breaking down our student achievement data, going through the same presentation that the board received at the end of June, identifying gaps within the student achievement rate, and then building a plan on how we're going to begin closing those gaps. So it was the exact same presentation the board received in June, went through the exact same presentation for that end of June presentation, and tomorrow our administrative teams will be presenting how we feel that we can target those student achievement gaps and have improvement, which will actually be information we'll have available for the board.
Great.
Sounds like fun.
And with that, it looks like we might have beat our last record. We're ready to adjourn.
Oh, I'll move to adjourn.
By default, I'll second it.
There's been a motion made and seconded to adjourn. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Thank you for coming.
17 minutes?